Storm is right around the corner, and it was my birthday this week. So let me show you some of my best pickups for the upcoming season. So we've officially hit that time of year where men's fashion gets really exciting again. Fall and winter. The temperature drops, the layers come out, and it feels like suddenly you've got way more room to play around and experiment with your personal style. For me personally, September kind of always feels like a reset. New collections are landing, the color palette shifts to those rich, earthy autumn tones. Like I said, it was my birthday this week, so what more could you want? So in today's video, I'll be walking you through some of my latest men's fashion pickups. I think I've got a nice mix of wardrobe staples, some standout seasonal pieces, and a few birthday gifts I was very lucky to receive. If you're building your full wardrobe, or maybe you're just curious about what's trending in men's style right now, I really hope this video gives you plenty of inspiration heading into fall winter 25. As always with me, everything you see will be linked down below, and if you enjoyed, don't forget to drop this video a like and subscribe for more great men's fashion videos. Right, let's begin. Okay, first pickup, and this was actually a birthday gift from my girlfriend's parents, which is crazy. Shout out to them, I guess. This beautiful French style chalk coat from Portuguese Flannel. Portuguese Flannel is kind of a brand that I've quietly been obsessed with for quite a while now. They're really known for their fabrics and their family's heritage within the textile industry. You can really always tell their attention to detail in how they source and they treat their fabrics. And it's something that I think really separates them from a lot of other contemporary menswear brands. Nowadays though, they create some very interesting and high quality pieces that strongly utilize that textile heritage, and this chalk coat is really the culmination of that. The cotton they use for these is probably some of the softest cotton twill I've ever felt. A handful of this is just incredible. It almost looks like suede in some layers. It's not quite moleskin, but it looks and feels very, very similar. Definitely more of a mid-layer piece though. Pretty slim fitting with 3 patch pockets and Carozzo nut buttons. It also has this cool curved hem to soften the shape. I love how this jacket sits around my waist. Because it doesn't have that lower 5th button, it sits naturally kind of open, so it creates this super interesting silhouette. This wash blue color too is just the perfect shade. It's not quite the typical French blue. It's slightly lighter and a bit more desaturated for a more worn-in feel. I've been looking for the perfect French heritage chalk coat for a long time, and I'm so glad just to be adding this one to my collection. The only jacket I think I'm still sadly missing is the perfect leather jacket. I'm after one that is more on the minimal side, nothing with too many bells and whistles, so if you have any good brand recommendations for those, I would love to hear them. Second piece I added is from the latest Uniqlo Sea Drop, and I'll keep this brief because I did just talk about it in my last video. This is the knit full zip jacket, and since having it a bit longer, I do have some more thoughts on it. And well, I've been loving it, to be honest. I found it's a really great addition to my wardrobe that I didn't really think I even needed or really even considered, as I'm not a massive fan of polos or collared cardigans. But this is one of those pieces that just slots in so easily, and it just works so well. It does smarten up outfits nicely. You throw it on and you kind of instantly feel a bit more put together. It works really great as an outerwear layer in the transitionary period if you want something slightly smarter, say for a nice dinner, but it also looks great when layered too in more casual outfits paired with jeans. I love this fabric they've gone for as well. It's not scratchy whatsoever. It feels substantial enough without feeling bulky or stiff like some other wool jackets I've tried. Perfect for layering underneath all of your favorite outerwear this season. Great option for fall and the upcoming winter ahead. Next piece is another from Uniqlo Sea, and again, I'll keep this brief, but I couldn't not keep these beautiful denim pleated trousers. I've had some more time with these, and I can confidently say that these are some of the best trousers I've picked up from Uniqlo ever, maybe. There are just so many thoughtful and well implemented design details here. Nothing feels tacked on or gimmicky or like an afterthought, you know? Still loving this mid-weight cotton and this beautiful indigo wash too. They have a nice amount of rigidity that you would want from a grey pair of jeans, so they don't feel super structured or uncomfortable. They've been softening up nicely as I've been wearing them. They feel more like a great pair of work pants than your typical smart trousers though. It's nice to also add a pair of denim to my wardrobe that are more straight fitting. I love my other indigo pair, but I sometimes find that they're a little bit too wide for what I'm going for. So these fill that slot perfectly. Sadly though, I do think they're sold out now, but I would definitely keep your eyes peeled because they always add pairs back on the website that are from returns, etc. Okay, it's time to talk about Destructor. Earlier in the month, they released their first full winter drop of the season, and I was very kindly allowed to grab a few pieces. The first piece is this amazing brown mohair knit jumper. You might remember last year, they released the grey version of this, and it kind of went a bit viral actually. I remember seeing tons of comments on their Instagram asking when it was going to be restocked, and I'm super glad to say that they are back with 2 more colors, this light cream color as well as this beautiful brown. Let me just say, I've worn this so much already, I absolutely love it. I was initially a bit hesitant to grab this piece because I've never really had anything in in this rich, lighter brown shade before, but this really amazed me with just how versatile this color is. It pairs so well with nearly all of my favorite fall legwear, and I quite enjoy pairing it with a pop of color from my caps too. You also just cannot beat this fluffy texture in the fall. It is such a great conversation starter. People see it and they're kind of just immediately drawn to it. It works great with a pair of jeans and derbies, just as well as something more streetwear adjacent like sweatpants and sneakers. The boys have already outdone themselves in my mind. It's so great to see the brand grow and just expand their offering. Second piece I grabbed from Destructive, and this is just insane. This is their black ribbed knit, and this might be the heaviest knit I've ever tried. It weighs a ton. Honestly, it rivals some of my hoodies when it comes to weight, which is crazy for a knit. It's 100% cotton rib knit with a similar shape to the previous mohai jumper, cropped and super wide in the body with longer sleeves. This piece is my idea of like luxury streetwear. It drapes so beautifully over your body, and the silhouette and the texture really do all the talking here. Where this really shines though is, I think, pairing it down with some sweatpants and sneakers. This balance between something very drapey on top paired with some more structured or relaxed bottoms, I just think it works so well. It feels very casual but definitely elevated at the same time. As far as I know, this is a new product for fall 2025 and they've just knocked it out the park again. I genuinely could not believe how heavy this was when I pulled it out of the bag. If you like the look of these pieces and you do make a purchase, I really appreciate it if you let them know that I helped you out. Next up, we have another knit. Man, I might have gone off the deep end with the knits this year. This was actually a second-hand pickup though, and I love and I wear my other colors that I have in this jumper all the time. What can I say? It was too good to pass up at the price. This is the Air Knit from Finisterre in this lovely sort of light desaturated blue. These have a beautiful oversized silhouette with exaggerated drop shoulders, a thick scalloped hemline, and a chunky mock neck. Another piece that adds quite a lot of interest to an outfit without needing to think too hard. This knit, while it is pretty different from the previous ones, it's also quite nice and heavy, made of a brushed 80/20 wool blend. I really like this fabric blend for low gauge knits like this. Sometimes when you get a really heavy wool jumper, just the weight of it means they will naturally bag out. But this extra bit of polyester here in the blend just keeps everything in a good shape. I can personally attest to this because all of my other air knits I've worn a ton and they've held up brilliantly bar the odd fabric shade. Love this desaturated blue as well. I'm definitely in my desaturated blue era right now. I can already see myself having trouble to just not reach for this all the time. Lastly, but definitely not least, I wanted to discuss my most recent footwear pickup. I talked about these before briefly a while ago, but I wanted to show them off properly as they definitely deserve it. These are the beautiful Edouard Oxfords from Jacques Olivier. Possibly the most beautiful looking and most beautifully made shoes I have ever owned. They are a full one-piece upper made of the softest calf leather with wax laces that are then threaded through the leather to create this very unique lacing system. I've honestly never seen anything like this before. These are really the type of shoe that I will treasure, and I think I'll only wear them for my best occasions, you know? Although I do think they could work as a daily shoe if you say work in an office where the dress code is a bit more formal, or maybe your personal style just leans more towards that smart side. They do also offer a pebble grain leather version with a chunky rubber lug sole if you want something more for everyday or just general casual wear, but I love the elegance of this thinner rubber sole. Funnily enough, this time last year, I remember making kind of a footwear wish list, and I'm so glad to say that just 1 year later, I've actually picked up 4 of those 5 pairs that were on that wish list, including this pair. I guess it goes to show that once I have my mindset on a pickup, I am very rarely swayed, and I have so much patience. Big shout out to Jacques Olivier too for sending these my way. Let me know your thoughts on any of these pickups down below, and if you grabbed anything lately that you just cannot wait to wear this fall, I'd love to hear that. If you're after some more fashion content from me, YouTube takes you out this video here, so go and check it out. Thanks for watching. As always, guys, I'll see you in the next video next week. See you then.